Hello everyone, welcome back to Feldy. I'm just standing here beside a tractor looking at my PDA and kind of checking on a couple things. As we can see, the pig feed mill is working actually fairly rapidly. Oh, we've been feeding it with feed stuff, biofuel, sugar beets. Well, the sugar beets are kind of left over from past harvests that are still in there, but it is just mowing that down, creating product. So let me go there real quick. I've been doing a lot of painstaking work, kind of off cam, getting it to move all the biofuel. We have a certain quantity of biofuel. Let me see if I can go find out. 107,500, and I believe this particular Bowser hauls, was it 2,500 liters of whack? So I'm really going to be going a long time moving all that biofuel to where I need it to go. So I have a course play going here that really takes it from place to place, so I don't have to babysit it, but there's just a ton to do. And Farmer Yip, when he made the map, perhaps he intended a whole army of people moving biofuel. I really don't know. But this is this is very laborious, hauling this at 2,500 liters a pop, going from way over on the south part of the map just to haul it clear over here. In the meantime, as you can see, I am way underwater on my, and maybe I should even borrow. Let me just go to the bank real. Whoa! I already have a line of credit. No wonder I'm so far under. I'm paying a whopping 15%. Yikes! For a while I thought the rate wouldn't go up any higher. Oh man, that's confiscatory interest rates, so I think I'll turn that off so I don't have to look at it. But in the meanwhile, I've been trying to feed some biofuel into the feed stuff so I can make it, and maybe at the moment I'll just dump that. I've been trying to take care of some other tasks around the farm. I've been harvesting some of this. Maybe I can try to get, oh yes, I have this guy on a course play. So maybe I just need to get him going again. Probably have the same. Yeah, it's still loaded. Let me just get him going, and I'm gonna send him off. Good. And he'll do what he's gonna do. Oh, yeah, the tractor just went by. I just harvested off cam. There is a field in here of red clover, and I'm really toying with the idea of tearing it out. I'm wondering for the feed stuff if I need to have it closer to where the feed mill is, so it isn't quite as long of a haul. But at the moment, I don't think I'm going to do anything with this because I have to manually do it, at least the first go around. But I was thinking of tearing it out. That's kind of just what's on my mind. Oh yes, and here's the combine. You know what? We have hail coming. I don't know when it's coming. So I think I really want to try to knock out a little more barley if I can. And probably what I need to do is earn some money. Really all of this barley was slated to go into the feed mill down over there. But I'm wondering if maybe at least one of these fields I need to dedicate to just hauling it to market to try to earn a little bit of money and help take care of some costs. Now this is barley. I got the right crop going. Let me see. What do I do to make it look to the... There's working with... That's fine. Oh, there it is. Left. Oops. Maybe if I hit R, it'll go to... Oh, keep at 6. There we go. There we go. Alright, this time it's going to go around the right edge of the field. It's going to go counterclockwise. I don't know why I always do that this particular field. It just seems like it fits kind of with how it's supposed to go. Shoot, what do I know? Anyway, hopefully we'll get a decent harvest from it. And we got him over here to carry it. And maybe, oh yeah, he's still headed down there. It'll tell us when he's ready to get refilled. So let me pop this dude up, get him going. And this was kind of ticklish to harvest because I still haven't figured out how to get my arm to move. You see, it's going to just throw it out of the edge if I do that. It's kind of frustrating to me because I know the arm is supposed to... Oops, what's going on here? Let's see if I can turn around. Oh yeah, driving too fast, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I'll just turn it off for the moment. First round is always a little hectic. But I wish I could figure out how to have the arm just stay within the trailer and kind of like in real life, you know, point at the trailer at all times. And everything I've tried has just defeated me. So I'm kind of stuck having to turn very carefully. Like right here, it's probably the max angle that I could go around the field. That's part of the reason, you know, I increased the width. Yeah, see, I can't hardly make a turn like that because it's just going to throw it all over the edge. You know, it's an argument for having long, straight, also boring fields, but, oh, it didn't even pick that little bit up. But it sure would be nice if it would point at the trailer all the time so I could just come in here, drive around, and instead I'm throwing a lot of this over, and maybe when we get on some of the interior rounds it'll go a little easier, because with each round, of course, it's gonna get a little broader. Try to get around here. I just will turn it off because I need to kind of reconfigure just to get straight here, and we're getting a message that our tractor is down there waiting to be refilled, and I really do need to go down there, so let's me go to it. We'll get them off course play, we'll reset the course, and we'll turn around. Let's go pick up some more sauce. And I sure wish I knew exactly when the hail was coming, but we don't. So, and once the hail does come, I know I'll just keep on it going with all of this. There we go. Now we'll find the next, let's see, biofuel to feed mills. That's where we're headed. And let me just go down to, I'll get it all, feed mills to biofuel, get it all set up. Stop when it gets to the end. All right. Actually, how's our combine doing? Still going. Head back out here and continue the harvest. Oh, and it doesn't like that either because it's... yeah, the field is a little uneven, so it's trying to climb the edge. You know, last time I had this up here, I think I just baled it. I didn't attempt to harvest it for feed stuff. So, maybe there's a good reason for it. Hey, do I see hail? Yes, I do. Folks, the hail has started. You know that probably stopped the combine in its tracks. Let me see if I can find the combine. Number 2. Yes, sir, it did. Alright, well, let's take that off. Oh dear, what's it trying to do? I have an error in the log. First thing we're gonna do, save the game. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. But it isn't, there we go. Now I let go. Okay, so we'll start the back up, but I wonder, is this thing still? See, that's a raycast. It's probably my, if I had to venture a guess, no, not you. It's probably my forage harvester. Who knows where it's headed? Let me see if it'll let me harvest some more. Yeah. Yeah, I think the raycast is used. It like shoots a beam. This is like in the game from one point outward at a particular angle, wherever you tell it to. And then when it hits something, it's supposed to do something with it. That's the part I can't figure out about this. You know, I know it's raycasting. I get to raycast the trailer and only put material in the trailer, of course, but I'm just not able to figure out what's going on. And it could be my install is off. You know I've talked before in here, I've had umpteen problems with the indexing in these models in here. And by the way, I seem to recall the last time that it rained or hailed, we couldn't be doing this in here. So I think I showed everybody how you could get it to do it in the rain or inclement weather if you wanted. I have no idea in real life if this is what they would be out doing, but you know what? I think we can get away with it here. We have it out in the field. It's going to make it wet whenever it shreds it up and puts it into, you know, this mixer unit here. So I'm just assume we can do this out here, rain or shine. And I'm pretty sure I've seen forage harvesting done in the rain before, you know, in corn. So I think we can get away with it in here. All right, crank her up, Charlie. Here we go again. Probably left a little. Nope, I didn't. I picked it up. Yeah, some of these windrows, I just can't. If I want to keep this, I have to. Frustrating. Yeah, so if anybody seeing this knows how to get the arm of the forage harvester to always point at the trailer, I'd really be interested in learning how to do that. I haven't been able to do it. Even though, you know, typically what you do when you try to set up a mod, you know, and I don't know who made this particular mod, but when you set it up, Giants, the way the Giants set up their stuff is generally considered the gold standard. So when you make a similar type mod, you know, and the Giants already had a forage harvester type bit of equipment, you try to set it up exactly how the Giants did. Well, even when I compare everything in here to how the Giants did, maybe there's something I'm just missing and I'm just too dumb to see it, but I just haven't been able to put my finger on what, because everything to my eyes looks identical, but there's gotta be something that is different about, you know, how this particular mod is working versus what the Giants did. So just one of those frustrating things. It'd be so nice to just have it track perfectly with the trailer behind it, but it ain't. Alright, let me turn it off. Got another corner to do up here. Yeah, it's these tight little corners that are kind of the most painful ones to do. And I got that little dab to pick up. See if I back up enough, if I can get close. Is this just putting more? Let me try something. Oh boy, there is still something raycasting the stuffing. You know, I wonder if putting it on a hill like this is part of what does that. Let me see if I hit it down on the flat. Now let me see if it's still doing it. Oh, it still is doing it. My. Is it sitting level? It sure is. Well, the reality is, again, I'm going to save it. The reality is this could kick us out of the game at some point. Really don't know. Because anytime you have an error that it is recurring in the log, kind of like it's doing, you're just begging at some point for the game to crash as the log is filled up. So we'll do what we can to make it through. But now I'm really curious to know what, I wonder what mod is causing it. It always seems like, I say always, sometimes it seems like a particular gaming session works, and other times something goes sideways. And once it's started in the log or whatever it's doing, the whole thing is kind of haywire. So, like I say, we'll just go while we can and try to save little bits at a time here. Ah, that's so annoying. I'd love to have it just go the right way, but it don't. And maybe if I was a little more careful how it was a windroad, I could help myself too. And this is where, I see a little bit of disadvantage of using the, whatever we've been calling the autopilot mod. It's really cool, where it kind of hugs the outside rounds. But then it's also doing things like we see here. These windrows don't make any sense to me as to how it came up with that, and I think it's because if you don't catch the thing when it's done or close to done, it kind of goes loopy, going all over the field, spinning in circles, doing whatever it wants to do, while it waits for the human, to come along and turn it off. It'd be nice if, when it was done, that it just stopped. I don't think it knows, when it's done, so it has a little bit of difficulties doing that. There we go, trying to catch this. Yeah, these windrows heading this way aren't so bad. They're nice and long and fairly straight. But it's, all those tight corners make it a little more difficult, when you're running this particular machine to pick it up, especially when the arm doesn't move, the pipe. Now, in a real-life storm like this, where there's a significant amount of hail, we would be at risk of the field of barley just to the left of us and kind of ahead of us over there. We'd be somewhat at risk of it flattening and becoming unharvestable. And I made a mod in Farm Sim 17, maybe I've described it before, I can't remember, that had that effect. It would, at random, it would take certain parts of the fields, and in a storm like this, it would flatten them, and it would basically reduce them to a harvestable state, or harvested state. So the main thing is the sky harvested it, you didn't, and you didn't get to earn whatever crop, was planted on there. So you did have a real loss. But I only ever did that for Farm Sim 17. I think I adapted it to 15, but haven't published it out there. On the other hand, that particular mod made things pretty annoying, or could make it annoying for the player, because once you had, I mean, it just looked terrible. After a storm, your fields were full of blotches, where all the crop had been ruined, and no longer could you just harvest your crop easily, because your combine would get confused. Remember, it reduced all the areas, all those patches to harvested state. And so it was thinking your field was harvested, and it would go back and forth, maybe between a couple of patches. Oh, there, I lost a bunch. Can't work and talk at the same time. So in other words, you had to have a tool kind of like horseplay to actually harvest your field in a normal way, which could be kind of annoying. But as long as you had the tool, it worked out okay. I don't know what hail would do to a crop like red clover. I imagine if you were harvesting it for seed, and I know there's a bunch of people around the area where I live that do just that, I imagine if it was in a harvest state, it could effectively ruin it. But if you're just harvesting it for foliage, kind of like we are, I don't know that it'd do much to it, but maybe someone else would know better than I would. Yeah, these are some weird windrows in here. So, but that's all right. We roll with the punches around here. So, yeah, I think I want to tear this field out also. And maybe I just need to pick a place, probably clear back up on top, or over by the feed mixer, where there's a flatter area. That's probably prime real estate for harvesting a crop like this. These other fields, I can plant to wheat or barley or that kind of thing. Something. Shouldn't my... Oh, I know what it is. I haven't sent him off. Not you. Oh, look at this. See, he's done. Yeah, see, here's the problem. Let's see here. Oh, he's also... I gotta stop his... Yeah, I forgot to tell him to stop when he was done. So he just kept on going. So I have a feeling there's probably a huge windrow over here wherever he finished, coming back over. Yeah, you gotta babysit it. What can I say? Alright, we'll get you off the hay hill. Now that we put all that hay out there to get smacked around kind of by the weather here. I think I'm going to forgo cutting this. We cut it in the past. I baled it. That's what I'm going to do with it up on the hill. I think I'll forgo it because I'm planning on eventually bringing in some cattle. Although at the moment, I think we're working on... the pig feed. Is that what we're working on? Yeah, I believe so. So here now... Let me get you set up for this. Alright. Red clover, here we go. Get that going. Down it goes. I don't think it could find the field. I'm not sure what's going on here, and maybe this ray casting is actually this. So you know what? I'm going to hold off on this. I'm not sure we would do it in the rain anyhow. We got just a little windrow started. So we'll just leave it parked right there and go back to our other activities. I just don't want to crash the game here in the middle of the episode. If worst comes to worst, we'll be over here cultivating. But I wanted to send him home. Yeah, I need to send. I forgot earlier he ran out. Oh, wait a minute. Hold. I had 45. Oh, for some reason it didn't finish emptying it. That's kind of interesting. Alright, it's going to head down over the hill. We'll head back and hopefully try to get this full. You know, maybe it stopped. Ah, good. Okay, so it stopped putting this raycast error in there. I really don't know what was causing that, one of these mods, but that's good to know. I'm glad it isn't recurring. I'll be kind of curious to see just how bloated our log file became kind of over the course of this session here. But we almost have a full load here of this. Man, it's taken like near the whole episode just to get it done. But I tell you, this particular map, there is so much to do. You know, it really is it's a type of multiplayer map because there is so much to get done in here that it's impossible for one person just to do it all and to handle all of the activities in here. Oh, there, I probably left a little bit right up front. You know, I think this is my 60th episode, or excuse me, 61st. You know, I'd be really interested in knowing, I know there's a few people who have downloaded it. I've always put in the episode information. I've always included a link to download the map if you want to play it yourself. Of course, it isn't going to have any of the modifications I made to it, but that's fine. It's available on Mod Hoster if anybody wants to download. I'd be curious, has anybody given it a try? And well, what do you think of it? I'm still enjoying this, you know, even after 60 episodes. And there's been even time I've put in outside of recording, you know, to do various things. And you know, and as we come back to some of this, I don't know how long people can tolerate watching some of this, but you know, I've tried to keep adding things to it, you know, to extend just my own enjoyment of it. But yeah, if you have given it a try, leave a message in the comments, and I'd be interested to compare notes with you. I know there's a few of us out there that still enjoy, you know, some of these the old versions of the game. Oh, almost filled it. Got just a little fuzz more. Maybe I can get to 100%. I pick up the little pieces that are kind of left here, or not. Come on, get full. Except I can't fill it if I put the silly spout pointed away from the trailer. Ah, my goodness, I'd love to be able to fix it. There's another thing. You can keep going and it'll look like it's filling more, but it isn't. So, alright, let's fold this up, and we are going to head up the hill, folks. Oh, that's terrible, looking in the cab view. Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with my install. And you know, when you tweak relentlessly so many things in this game, like I kind of think I've done on this map, you know, I even added a whole script to change kind of the camera outside camera, so it was a little more fluid, kind of like later versions of Farming Sim, and it wasn't so bumpy. Well, when you do stuff like that, it can have unintended consequences elsewhere, and so I kind of think that's probably what I've done, is I broke something along the way, and haven't, it's still affecting me, and I don't know what to do to fix it. So it isn't too far of a drive to come over here to bring the feed stuff, when it's the sheep. Do I have any sheep? Let me just check out my sheeps. Yeah, it's idle. I think he needs at least 1,000 of feed stuff. So I probably have a bunch of wool up there. Maybe that's what I should go sell. With all this rain, that's probably, hail, that's probably something I can do during the hail, is sell. Maybe that's what I need to do. Stay tuned. For the moment, we're gonna, come on, there we go. Now I can dump it in. So this is, oops. Let me see, which one in here is Dosh, water pump, cattle feed mill, feed stuff. Yeah, okay. Feed stuff, really? But see, the cattle feed mill is this one over here. This one's the hogs. So I have a bunch of feed stuff over there. What I don't have is barley, and I need to put some biofuel in there too. So pig feed mill, I keep putting, but see, it's using every shred of feed stuff that I pull out of here. So what I don't know is how much of it do I have. Water, fertilizer, go up, rock, fleece. Oh yeah, I got a bunch of fleece I can sell. Pig feed, 80,000 liters. All right, I'm getting some product there. Anyhow, you all heard the bell go off, so I'm gonna bid you adieu. Thank you for coming along with me on Feldy and watching another episode, and I feel glad we didn't crash the thing. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.